How is it that smooth?
I see what you mean about that voicemail you sent me.
It comes across so smooth. Ridiculously smooth.
It's a dangerous bottle.
Yo, 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 what's up? We're back for another one. I'm your king, the Whiskey King, and this is my jester.
Oh!
Yo, make sure to subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Whiskey King Reviews, hit the bell notification so you know when we got more coming out, throw some comments for your boy. Today we got something very interesting cooking.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got a special guest coming through to hook us up with some Japanese imports. Me and the jester were hanging out on a trip. You know how they have those duty-free shops in the airport? I'm going down the aisles and checking out for different like pours and stuff, seeing what they got, and I see this really weird guy. He's kind of like a samurai, but a guy, and we just called him Samurai the Samurai.
Yeah, samurai guy, the samurai guy.
He's like hanging out behind the shelf near the Japanese whiskey, and I'm like, yo, I could see you. What are you doing behind that shelf? And then he comes out and he hooked it up. So he gave me a lot of different pours, incredible Japanese pours, direct from Japan.
Yeah!
Alright, so let me bring him in now. He agreed to follow us back to the house to personally give it to us on this video today. Let's bring in the samurai. Yo, yo, yo! Samurai! Alright, look what the samurai guy brought us.
Yeah.
Yo, we got a lineup of Nikka Whisky. Shout out to Neil at Wine Depot.
Yeah, Neil.
And Islip, he has the full collection. It's
Nice,
Japanese. It's good. This particular distillery, Japanese people weren't really drinking whiskey before this guy. And he actually had to make some type of apple whiskey just to get people going, because at first they weren't used to drinking a grain product. They liked something a little bit more sweet. He has 2 different distilleries in distinct climate locations for different variants. This particular guy trained in Scotland, and he ended up marrying the Scottish girl and learned from a distiller master in Scotland, and then brought his craft back to the Japanese people. And they've been around for quite some time. They have some unique methods and some sherry cask and some more stuff that you could tell is clearly inspired by Scotch. So I'm thinking we start with the basic everyday drinker and then move our way through, and then maybe finish with the cask strength. This is the Nikka Days. It's a 40%. A delicate balance is achieved by the skillful blending of grain whiskeys and slightly peated malts. Floral aromas and a smooth mouthfeel will perfectly complement any special moment on your tip.
Whoa.
I don't know about why they need to mention tip, but one unique thing is they do have master blenders there. Blending of whiskeys means that you're taking different styles, blending them together for a better effect than it on its own. So we'll start with the Nikka Days. The way we're going to do this, we're going to go one by one, tell you what we think, and then kind of try to put them in order. I am smoking the #1 cigar of the year this year, the Perez Carrillo. Yo yo, with an X cut, which means this is the double V cut.
The ultimate.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah. Whew, wow, really interesting nose. Honeysuckle, flowery, spicy. It smells young and like fruity and sweet. It's not bad. So for me, nose is gonna be Palate, I'm getting a lot of what I smelt. Honey, some honeysuckle, lots of fruits, maybe some honeydew. I like it that it's unique and that it's easy to drink. It's just not like incredible with like an explosion of flavor. It's just really easy drinking. So I'm gonna go Let's see what the Jester thinks.
It's alright.
Alright, so
Yeah.
And how about the finish?
It's alright.
I do think this could be good for a beginner, by the way. But so far, it's like medium, and it's definitely not a banger.
Yeah.
Let's do the coffee malt next. The coffee malt has nothing to do with coffee. So coffee malt is actually an original still. Before the column still was created, they called it a coffee still. It's the method in which they make it. So it's like an ancient old technique. Nikka uses a lot of ancient techniques that go way back. Coal fire, kind of like how copper seed does the true fire copper. A 100% malt expression that lies in its unique distillation method. Malted barley is distilled in a coffee still, a traditional, continuous still, which is normally used to produce grain whiskey. Discover this whiskey's extraordinary texture, with Nikka has specially developed for whiskey aficionados. So let's see if we like this one any better.
Interesting.
Wow, that's really unique.
It's 100% barley?
Yeah, dude, this almost smells like maple pancakes.
Hmm.
It's very sweet on the nose. It's not super multifaceted. I'm not gonna give it a thumbs down. For me, it's gonna be a It's really forward with that one note, and I don't get a ton extra. Let's see what you think. Right?
Yeah, very mapley, pancakey. I'm getting a little banana actually too.
Okay. Alright, so slightly better than the last
Above
one.
an but not a full thumbs up.
Ooh. Now that's much nicer than the last one. And it tastes a lot different than how it smells. Mouth feels good. Finish is nice. And it has some nice flavor switches going on.
I'm getting a very desserty feel on it.
Hints of maple, but yeah, this one has me confused. It's not super sweet on the palate. It's a little bit more malty and grainy, where I got more sweetness on the nose, but it still tastes good.
I'd say vanilla banana split sundae.
Good one. I would agree. Did you like this one better than the last one?
Yeah.
Alright, this one's going to be a thumbs up on the palate for me, and a thumbs up on the finish.
I would say, yeah.
The next up is the Yauchi. This is a single malt from Yoichi Distillery, Nikka's first distillery built in 1934. The founder, Masa, I totally bombed that, don't hold it to me, I apologize. He chose Yaichi Hokkaido, again, probably pronounced wrong, because of the similar environmental conditions to Scotland, where he learned whiskey making. This single malt has a pleasant peaty note with smokiness originating from the traditional direct coal fire distillation, as well as a briny hint delivered from the sea breeze during the aging process.
A little briny.
It has that peaty, smoky, salty, briny hints of fruit going on the nose. So for me, it's a thumbs up on the nose. I think having a scotch like this that is very different than anything else in your collection, it's worth having to really change it up. Because you might get sick of, you know, maybe a clove, nutmeg, ginger spice rye. And you might want to switch it up from a bourbon that's a caramel, oak, vanilla. And you want something smoky, briny, fruity. And that goes nice with a cigar. It's more subtle and delicate.
It's like
Does it remind you of the scotch?
Salt. Yeah, very like an island scotch or something.
Yeah. Alright, this is very scotch-like. And reminds me of the Oban a lot. And the Glenlivet Nador a lot. But with a Japanese twist.
Interesting.
So it's a little bit more fruity than those, but it has hints of that salty brininess. You could tell it's like a coastal distillation area.
A little more fruity and oakier though, I feel.
Lots of fruit on the back
But
end.
with that brininess.
I like this a lot.
That smoky brininess.
This is my favorite so far of what we drank.
I think so as well.
And the coffee still would come in number 2. Nikka Days would come in number 3.
This would be paired very well with a cigar.
Yeah, beautiful with a cigar. Alright, so now we got the Maya Gikyo. Gikyo? How would you pronounce that, Jester? What? Alright, I'm gonna give it the college try. Maya Gikyo. This is 45%. This is a single malt from the Maya Gikyo distillery, Nikka's second distillery built in 1969. This one uses less peaty malt, and it's distilled in a pot still heated by indirect steam, so completely different. With the other one,
not even direct fire.
The other one was direct fire with coal, coastal. This one is mountainous and steam. Oh yeah, dude. All fruit. Wow. Loads of red fruit. Raspberry, strawberry, hints of grape and sherry cask. Sherry cask! There's like no smokiness or peatiness at all. It's all fruit. I appreciate that he took the time and effort to create something so different, right? Isn't that so much different than the other one?
Two different smells.
Wow. So it starts off not much. The first initial sip is kind of and then it kicks up mid-palate. A lot of sherry cask comes through, more fruit comes through. Tastes very similar to what we smelled on the nose. And then that finish kicks in with a lot more fruit notes going on. This is a tie for me. I think if you want a cool expression of Nikka Whisky, buy both, because they're so different from each other. This is a perfect representation of how whiskey could be art in a bottle and taste completely different from each other.
A lot of berries, a lot of, like some sherry.
Depending on what you're in the mood for, man, I'm gonna give that a matte on the nose, thumbs up on the palate, thumbs up on the finish. So far, nothing is a banger though.
I feel like I would give it to the Yo Itchy though.
You like the Yoichi a little better?
If you're smoking a cigar, the Monogatyo after dinner for like a dessert.
Yeah, good call. All right, next up. This one is called Nikka from the Barrel. Jester actually found this one, and this is what started this whole video.
This may be the most dangerous bottle I have ever come across. With the, it comes across so smooth, ridiculously smooth. With the high proof, you don't even realize that this may be the most dangerous bottle I've ever come across. I'll let you know more in the morning. But yeah, this is crazy. I'll tell you more in the morning.
So it's a cask strength blend, 51.4%. Now this is a really unique one because there's so many different blends that they're putting together for this. When I first tried this, it blew me away with complexity. So much going on, constant changes of flavor, like mixing all the unique whiskeys that Nikka makes from both of their distilleries that we just saw, and blending of the two and others that, I mean, supposedly they say it's up to 100 different styles in one. And I anticipate this one could be our favorite. Because it's blended with so many different styles, as it warms up and you continue to drink it, you should get more and more different flavors coming through. So this kind of smells almost like a blend of the two. I get like that briny peatiness mixed with sherry cask fruit, but I'm getting almost everything that we tasted in that nose.
Only it seems like it's amplified.
Because it's cask strength. We want something that's complex, gonna invite you to drink it on the nose. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. Thumbs up nose, thumbs up palate, thumbs up finish.
Really?
Bam, bam, bam. That's one of my favorite Japanese pours I've ever had. The mouthfeel, the finish, the flavor, it's really complex. Sherry cask and fruit. Then another sip, I was getting smoky and peat and brininess.
At the same time.
Yeah.
It almost starts off like the fruit and stuff.
So much
and then
going on.
finishes off with the smoke and the brininess.
So much going on. Incredible. For the price, the value on this one, I think that is out of this world. This is a soft banger. Everything else is a no. The other ones are good, but that's just exceptional.
Whoa.
Because it's like the best of both worlds. You're getting everything in one, plus cask strength. And they just blend everything together really artfully. Yo, the blenders at Nikka know what they're doing. They got good palates, man.
The more you drink on it, the more you feel like you're picking out more different flavors that shine through.
I like this so much. I'm gonna have to.
It is good though.
Shit.
from the barrel.
Whoa. Now let's get into the last one.
That is very good.
Hopefully this bitch don't suck. Nikka Whisky Pure Malt with fruitiness and extremely well-balanced taste that make it a perfect entry point into the world of Nikka. This smells like a combination if you took the coffee malt, the sherry cask, and the Nikka Days and mixed it. So I get like sherry and fruity and honey, but no peatiness and a little bit of malt. That actually is a pretty good starting point. This tastes like a blend of the sherry cask and the Nikka Days.
This almost tastes like the banana split sundae with a little caramel oak.
And I get a little bit of sherry notes in it as well. I think this is going to tie it for me for second place. So first place from the barrel.
A little bit of that banana finish on it as well.
Second place for me is going to be a three-way tie. Moyoyochi? No.
Both
Mayo
distilleries and the pure malt?
Yeah.
For a second place.
Correct. The last place for me is Nikka Days and the coffee malt. And again, this was just a decanter. There's not the original juice in here. Imagine like back in the day making cool ass bottles like this. That's incredible,
that's
man.
Awesome.
Like you have the hat, and then this is all metal, and then this piece comes off.
That's fucking awesome.
Like, dude, why don't they make stuff like this anymore? It's really amazing.
If you're into tequilas,
It
you
could be a
might
good
actually
transition.
like this pure malt.
Like something easy and delicate and smooth. So I know not a lot of people are into Japanese, everyone's more into bourbon and rye and American spirit, but I think Nikka does a really good job. There's some other Japanese whiskeys we could eventually get into, like from Suntory, like Hibiki and Yamazaki. We'll eventually get into some Taiwanese for you guys as well and do some Kavalan. Overall, you know, certain Japanese whiskeys I don't care for, but Nikka I think does a really great job, especially from the barrel. Oh my god, phenomenal. Yeah, so if you could only afford one and you're a whiskey guy or whiskey girl,
Shout out to the girls, yo.
go for it. So we hope you enjoyed this little journey, and shout out to our samurai guy, the samurai, for bringing this for us.
Samurai guy.
We appreciate him. Till next time, cheers.